Hi, Sagittarius. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot doing a surprise live, somewhat of a surprise. You knew it was going to happen any day now. But I wanted to do a live. I just felt like I wanted to connect with people. I like the connection in the live a lot better. So, Sagittarius. So, it's March. It's spring. It's the equinox on the 21st, 22nd, 20th, depending on where you live. And it's the we're beginning again in the astrological, the universal calendar, right? And so this is big door opening time, and an opportunity for a fresh start, for a new beginning, a um perhaps a second chance, you know whatever it is. It brings light, always brings light into the situation for you, where you're able to see uh, an opportunity, a way in, a way out, whatever it is. This is a good birthing time. They're very, very ready, especially when I said that. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys your advice. Now, if you're like me, you're not very technical. You may not know, but I noticed with my subscription that it has never changed in 2 years. It's 19.5. 2 years. Never went up to 19.6, never went down to 19.4 and I'm thinking, and I don't know about algorithms and all that. And I think it's a darn shame that I have to learn the darn system or how to manipulate a system. I think that's wrong. I think that it should just work for me. But anyway, I'm old school. Hi, Anne. Watching from the Philippines. Lucky you. What is the temperature like today? Is it super duper duper hot? Has it been nice weather? Oh, I am so happy for you. It must be so interesting there. It's one of the places I'd love to go, is in that area of the world. I've never been, over to the east. Would really love to go and explore that. And even, any healers over there, or practices that they may be into. Oh, be very interesting indeed. And I'm so envious of you right now. Wow, Sagittarius, oh my goodness, I'm so glad to see this. Look at that. So this is what jumped out. Well, didn't jump out, was chosen for you. They kind of peeked out. And one is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups usually is emotional satisfaction, is emotional reward, feeling accomplished, feeling successful. But you have the High Priestess with it here, okay? And I think that the success, the yes that you're getting, is to getting more into your high priestess, basically. She has the book of knowledge there. You may study, like I just said, and you may be studying, you may be learning more about your gifts, about what it is, because Sagittarius is that sign of higher learning all the time, whether we get that through travel and firsthand experience, or we take courses, or we learn mastery over something, okay? And like the magician, the magician is mastery over a lot of hands on things, the way people think and stuff like that. But the high priestess has gained masteries over the unknown, you know. She travels between both worlds, the our real world and the underworld. So she can see a lot more. So this is some sort of direction, or something that you're going to focus on is High Priestess energy. Okay. In some ways, you feel trapped. You feel unable to move forward or move out of a train of thought. Something is plaguing your thoughts, words, images, perhaps. Like, what are you watching? What are you letting enter your, your world, your um and so you're feeling in some way trapped in a train of thought, perhaps doubt, limits, for sure. Don't really have limits. These are, someone said to me, unknown fears. Unknown fears, they're not real. They're in your head. You think, oh, they hate me, or they won't believe me, or whatever, and I don't know, whatever it is. These are illusions. Okay. And it limits your power. Really, it limits your power. You feel like you don't have a voice here in some situation, but you're gaining that power over that. Okay, now. So I think that you need some, um I think when you train, you're going to gain more understanding for yourself as well. When you gain the understanding, could be for others you're gaining it for, but you end up gaining it for yourself. And because you want more power, I think you feel powerless in some ways in your life, and you want more power. Perhaps you want to free your mind. You don't but want to be a slave of that anymore, right? You're not using your voice. I feel you're not using your voice. But so let's get into it. Holy cow! I gotta move all these things over. I need more room here. Okay, so in the recent past, Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords, Princess of Pentacles. Okay. Now, yeah, when I see the Queen of Swords, I see some sort of mastery over a skill. Okay. Gaining mastery. Like in the page, we see sometimes in the night as well, we see learning a skill, being the novice. And we're reading about it, we're researching, we're gaining. But this is mastery over a skill. Also, too, there's the travel card, right? This is in the recent past. This could be travel or news from afar. It could be news of work, an opportunity. It's definitely something that you needed to act quickly, and to take advantage of the opportunity. Okay, and it could be to sort of gain some sort of, or get teachings, or gain some knowledge, I feel. Okay. Information could be communication specifically. And then you have the Princess of Pentacles. And the Princess of Pentacles, again, this is a more grounded approach, and this is something new, right? It's the princess level. It's new. It could be in the healing realm. You could be learning new skills or something in the healing realm. This could be something you feel very passionate about. I think it's something that could be complicated, complex in some way, a puzzle in some way, okay, that you need to figure out. But that's okay. Sagittarius, because you love puzzles. You love puzzles, you know, and mysteries and things like that. I feel like you're putting something together here. You may have an opportunity if you haven't heard of it yet, or you may have proceeded on something already. But I feel like it's an opportunity to definitely learn something new. It's either in the healing, or it could be in the financial realm too, something in the financial skills or business management. Maybe you're not very good at that kind of thing. Could be that kind of thing, but and it could be slow, that where this learning, it's an 8-week course or an 8-month, I don't know, but it's because you would like things to go faster. You want things to go very quickly, but they may be going very slowly. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. I also feel like you could have some experience in this field. You could have also, but maybe not what you're learning now. Okay. So you might know a bit about sewing, but now you're learning fashion design. Maybe you made quilts before and now you're learning fashion design, or like you see what I mean? You're adding to your thing. Look at that. You're graduating too. You're graduating here already. I'm going to pull a couple extra cards here for you, Sag, because I'm liking the way this is going. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So there's some sort of dissatisfaction too in the past, in the recent past. There's some sort of dissatisfaction in relationship for you, Sag. You saw all this happening for you. You thought, this is great. I'm getting all the things I want, but you feel like you're not getting all your things you want. Some of it is empty promises or unfulfilled desires, wishes, something like that. Emotional fulfillment could be possibly, but anyhow. And then there is the lovers. And the lovers is a choice card. A lot of times in other decks, you see someone holding someone in high regard above all others. All right. This person is very special. And in a way, once you want to keep them all to yourself, right? You just want them to be your little secret, or your there's something very special and intimate and perhaps intense in this thing, in this, and perhaps you want to, that's what you want, is more of that. You want that more connection, intenseness, and like really in that, and perhaps that's not all that what you're getting at this time. Okay. Doesn't mean it won't happen, though. It doesn't mean it won't happen. Could be a new relationship. It could be, yeah, and you may be reviving a long relationship. You're reviving it again because maybe it's gone dull, or something like that. I don't know. Okay, in the present, Nine of Pentacles, Prince of Pentacles, Moon in reverse. So normally I take this straight up. I'm going to deal with these three first. So, Nine of Pentacles, this is where you're coming into in the present, okay? I would say in the first 2 weeks of March, okay, where we're coming into now. And you're going to be very proud of yourself, okay? I see that either someone, yourself or someone, recognizes your achievements, your talents, your skills, You also could, again, like this suggests retreat in some way. So retreating, she's wearing this gown of white and she's carrying the falcon on her arm. That's another suggestion of retreat because she can only be reached by falcon. You can't get a hold of her, and the white suggests some sort of regenerating, replenishing, healing in some way. Okay. But I feel like these are, again, acquired skills, acquired, and some sort of acquired security here as well. The last thing is that she also represents the single card. This is something that she achieves on her own. She can do it on her own, or he. You could be a he, she or he, is independent, and wants things of their own to run. If you look at the Queen of Pentacles, she runs her own empire too. The king has his and she has hers. She has control over, there's things that she runs on her own. So it's independence, right? Independence. But it's also something that you feel proud of for yourself. And you're moving from the princess to the prince. And the prince, because in the princess, she has the idea, right? She's got this idea and she's thinking, I might want to learn about this, or I might want to develop this a little bit more, or I sometimes it's you need to heal this, so you're educating yourself on how to heal yourself in this situation, or heal something in a relationship here. But anyway, the prince has graduated from the princess and is ready to move forward with the plan, with the idea, with getting more information, more education, wanting to develop, right? And this is in healing. He's feeling a bit vulnerable. He's got the bare shoulders, he's not completely covered, so he's feeling a bit vulnerable, but ready to move forward all the same. Know that he needs something new, right? He needs to pursue something new. In the dead center of the reading, you have the moon, and the moon feels at a distance from someone, okay, or something. You feel and the moon can cause confusion. You could say to someone, um, something just casual, and they took it the complete wrong way, like it just, you didn't mean it like that. What? I didn't mean it like that. And it caused a bigger thing than it did. Causes a division, causes a separation where you feel at a distance, at least in communication somehow. Communication feels distant in some way, and it's not going to remain like this forever. This is probably during the new moon, um, which has been real strong, tough energy lately. So be really aware when the moon times are around, because it could affect your relationship or your confidence or something like that. It may cause you to pause a little bit. But anyway, so you may feel at a distance from someone or something in your life. And so you're wanting to move forward. You still could feel vulnerable from old relationships too. And so you're moving forward slowly, not sure, like, oh, I'm not sure now. Whatever this relationship is, if it's with yourself, with a person, with your career, whatever this is. But it is suggesting with another person. Here is the Ace of Cups, and like I said, with the that Princess and Prince of Pentacles, I'm feeling like, wanting something's growing. Okay, something's growing. All right, and in the Ace of Cups, this is ready to be open, more open, because in the prince, you're not exactly. Look at that shield is way up like this, way up. He's just peeking over to make sure everything's okay. Like he's not lowering that down and like let's go on our way. No, he's got that right up. He's not sure. Doesn't feel safe yet. Not yet, right? But in the ace, you're feeling, and I don't think you feel totally safe, perfectly safe, but you're feeling more open. You think, you know what? I'm gonna open up to it, because what have I got to lose, for starters? Except everything. Because we need to learn to trust again, to love again. We do. You may be at a distance from a lot of people in your life, a lot of things in your life, and I think that you don't want that anymore. You want to open up, you want to be, you want to trust, even though you're not positive everyone's worth it, but you're going to smile anyway, you know, you're going to, and you're going to let go of control. Because when we hold too tightly to something, you know, um, it's not there because it wants to. It's not there because you're loving it. It's there because you won't let it go. And so sometimes that's the thing. Like we can be very rigid and say, no, I would never do that, or, you know, and that's rigid control, right? That's a rigid wall there saying, nope, never, never, and so this is loosening up all those real tight, hard lines you've had that have caused these divisions, these separations, these distances. And you're letting go of some of that control. And you're thinking, I don't need to hold, I don't need to, because I think you're feeling more confident now, eh? You're realizing, um, it can't hurt me, whatever it is, it can't hurt me. This is a certain amount of maturity here too, eh? And it's maturity of, even though you're proceeding slowly, still vulnerable, it's with more value, self-value, okay? Way more self-value. And when you open and trust, you can able to let go of some of those walls that are holding you in, as well as keeping others out. They're restricting you too, Sag, you know. And so this is really, really opening up. It's what you want. It's really what you want, because you don't like walls, no matter what they're doing. You don't like that you have them. You don't like that you have them. So this is letting go of some of that and just trusting, right? Just trusting in whatever it is you need to trust in, whether it's yourself, relationships, friends, your family, who knows, co-workers, what. Okay, so in the outcome, hmm, 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 hmm. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like that you have back here. The very first card you have is the Nine of Cups. you know and the Nine of Cups says that, and the High Priestess, you know it says that your success is going to come from, for one thing, from trusting your intuition a lot more, because I think your gut tells you a lot of the time about things, and you don't listen to it. You listen to what's sensible. Well, that's not the way people do things, and you, or because you really want something. So you go like, shut up, gut. and you really want that thing. So you choose to go down that path and not that one, right? And so, what was I getting into that for? So, oh, the high priestess. So this is trusting your gut now, right? You are successfully moving into that energy where you're really listening to yourself now. Really listening. Okay. So, in the outcome, huh, isn't it interesting, Tracy, that you just mentioned the sun? The sun is in the outcome. Isn't that interesting? You might be a little bit psychic yourself there, Tracy. Hi, Sandy. You all are welcome here today. That is so interesting. So the sun and the moon both in this reading here, okay? And I like that though. Whatever was difficult to understand, hard to communicate, you felt distant from, I think there's light coming. There's clarity coming, success. Um, so that's okay. We'll get to that. All right. So you're beginning with the Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. I really like this because this reminds me of the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. The Hermit comes before the Wheel of Fortune. The Hermit's in the cave thinking things over. What am I going to do at this point? Now that I know what I know, this guy, he's got all of the information. He knows the truth now. He knows the truth. And so thinking, okay, well, what's my new plan going to be? So this is after a time of rest and thinking, withdrawal perhaps, going to make a new plan, a new beginning. And this is change. The Wheel of Fortune is change of some sort. So it doesn't matter how you were doing things, you're not going to be doing them that way anymore. And this could be in your communication, the way you communicate, the way you hear things, the way you think. But you're changing, you're making a change. There's a game changer here. Okay. And you're also getting good advice. You may be getting legal advice at this time. Doesn't have to be. This person is very wise. Sometimes they just give very good counsel. They are very objective. This is objective. Um, and it could be something to do with the justice system. You could have some sort of justice situation where it could come full circle in some way, some sort of full circle for it in some way, or come to an end in some way because it's with the wheel here, some sort of change. It also could be to do with an air sign, an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra person. This person could be deciding to make a big, big change in their life. And if they are, it is affecting you. Somehow it's going to affect you in your life, the changes that they're making in theirs. Okay. That you could get some sort of an offer in some way from this person, because the sun signals to me again new beginnings. The sun comes out and everything starts to grow again. Everything feels alive again, comes to life. This is youthful energy. There's a sense of freedom here. And it's about feeling abundant. This is success too. Like this is really going on your way, getting on your way of and feeling good about it. Um, then you have the King of Pentacles. So you have the sun in between these two kings, this mature energy, This king, it makes me think of investing in some sort of um, being responsible for property, you're taking care of a home, a property, um, perhaps investing in something like that. You also could be thinking about selling that property, making a change, because usually this king is bored. He wants something new to invest his time in. He is, but he doesn't get out of his chair unless it's really worth his while, worth his time and energy. Okay. This person also knows how to take care of themselves. They treat themselves very well. And, I feel like, I gotta tell you, Sag, I feel like you've matured a lot through this time, and you're about to make some big changes in your life, in yourself. Okay, some of these changes that are happening exterior to you, but that's only because of the changes you've made within, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you also this letting go of control, opening up and trusting, even though you don't know for sure. you know it's that star card, that faith. That's what faith is about. I can't see it, I can't hold on to it, but I know it's there, I know it's real. you know and this is believing in people again, because that's what love is. It's others, it's relationships, it's connection, you know. And so but it involves letting go of the control, letting go of that rigidity. It's very rigid energy, you got these tough lines. And that's okay. Just loosen up a little bit. Loosen up. Give some breathing space to yourself too. It's very harsh on yourself, right? Very harsh. Okay, let's see if we have a little bit. Oh, right away. Wow, look what you got there, right? Oh, couple. Duality. So, in duality, this reminds me a little bit of the chariot card, this duality card in this deck. And it's because when we're trying to balance these two sides, and it's funny because you have the sun and the moon, right? And here we have the sun and the moon. And it's how we need both sides of ourselves. You don't want to completely abandon this part of yourself, while we have to let go and loosen up a little bit. You don't want to completely abandon who you are. We need, just like we need the sun during the day, we also need the moon at night, because we need to rest. We need to take care of ourselves and value ourselves. And also, we need to expand and grow and share and all that. So, that's keeping this in balance, right? Not giving too much of yourself, which you've done before. And that's the important thing about this card now, Sag, is valuing yourself, because you give more than you got, honestly. Okay. So nice balance. Look at that. You got the moon again, right? So there's some sort of confusion, misunderstanding, complication coming around the moon. I feel like this is, um, or maybe you're having a hard time, you're confused on how to balance this in your life. Because we all have, faults, right? We all have weaknesses. We have, because it's not all about all this, rest and work, and because sometimes this moon and sun energy, because I imagine you're a huge light Sagittarius, but sometimes you crash. You're not a light. You're shadowed in some way, perhaps by a hurt or something, who knows, in the past, wherever. But anyway, you're needing to balance these two sides of yourself now, eh? It's funny because we are the centaur. We are the evolving, the ever evolving. The centaur is never stays animal, and it never becomes quite man fully, right? So it's always in this evolving stage of both, right? And so it's, how do we balance that? How do we balance our uh I want to say our not our animal instinct, but our carnal side of ourselves with our bright light, right? And so you may be have difficulty managing that, being confused on how to balance that, or how to um accept it, in some way accept it. There's a certain amount of acceptance you're having here with yourself, Sag, and you see that in the Nine of Pentacles. In the Nine of Pentacles, we do accept ourselves. We're proud of ourselves exactly the way we are, you know? So you can almost see through that gown. It's almost transparent, and she doesn't care, you know? I am who I am. And I don't care if you see me naked, see me vulnerable, because I feel strong. Doesn't matter what I'm wearing, I feel strong. That's that kind of energy. So interesting. You do, and we end up, because there's some people that out there that will take all of it. They won't say, "Oh, geez, no, Lynn, you don't worry, I'll take care of it. You've done enough." They're saying, "No, no, come on over. Yeah, paint my whole house," or "No, no, come on over and take care of my kids for 2 weeks," or whatever. And so we got to be careful that we have that power, to yourself. You say, "Well, this is what I'm willing to do. I can help you for the afternoon, but that's all I've got for you." You don't give them all of it. Wow. Wow. So this is a beautiful ending. Beautiful. Um, and Sag, when we're ready to open up, okay, and accept others into our lives, you don't have to start managing that, because we are the micromanagers. We're all the action takers, and we think, "Oh, okay, well, I'm going to go out and mingle, and some of that is good, but some of it we just have to let happen. You'll run into Janice at the grocery store, and she'll say, "Why don't you come over for lunch on Tuesday?" Or, "Geez, we're going golfing on Saturday. Why don't you come?" And you'll say yes this time. You'll say yes. But some of this may just start to unfold for you. The opportunities present themselves, because you smile at them today. Today you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, Even though 3 years ago they were a jerk, you know, whatever. You're not gonna let it uh cloud be a cloud for you anymore. That's not your cloud, right? Anyway, the star, which I was just talking about, that faith, having faith in something we can't see, we can't touch, we don't know when it's coming from, where, but I got to believe something better is coming. And I know that I need to filter some stuff. It's not just magically going to sprinkle delightness on me. There's work that we have to do, something we have to let down a barrier, or open a door, or let go of of a chip that we were carrying for a long time or something, because in the star we do let go of things. We 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 open the drain and let that dirty water out. It's time for clean water. Time for clean water. And in the high priestess, I feel like you're gaining spiritual knowledge here in some way, whatever that means for you. So sometimes we see that in the emperor or the hierophant. Okay, we see that sort of but I feel like this is a card for you as some sort of spiritual, something spiritual knowledge for you. Okay, so whatever your spiritual thing is, so if it's in Catholicism, Buddhism, if you're just wanting to gain knowledge about energy or how your energy works, or how to enlighten yourself, and by doing that, you're gaining knowledge because Sag, you share everything. You share everything. So I know that you are going to share this knowledge. You are going to, and I think that you're going to follow your intuition a lot more now. You're going to be listening to it a lot more because um, you just learned your lessons from the past. You know that many times when you've entered situations that your intuition was niggling and saying, McFly, McFly, why are you doing that? You can tell that this isn't right for you. You can tell that you don't like this job right away, you know? And you're like, would you stop? Get lost. But this time you're not. You're listening. You're listening when you hear that knock, when you feel that, when your eyebrow does that, the rock thing. Mm, Uh, yeah, and you're listening to it, you're trusting it, okay? Um, I feel that's an opening up for you too. You're opening up energetically, you know? Um, you also could be opening up to other teachings too, not just your own, what you've been raised in. You may be adapting or embracing other teachings because right now in your life, it really speaks to you in some way. Um, Oh, I thanks LA. LA wrote to me and she said, "Lynn, your light is all screwing up. You need to go in here and do this." And you gave these perfect out instructions. Step one, you do this. Step two, you do that. Because I was able to do it and figure it out. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I hope that's improved it a lot. Thanks to LA, I was able to do it. LA, I have a new problem. My subscription number never changes from 19.5 thousand subscribers. It doesn't go up one, it doesn't go down one for 2 years now. And I don't know, I don't even understand all that stuff. Like, it's like speaking Russian to me. I really don't understand it. And so, I'm wondering if someone knows anything about that, because that kind of bothers me. That feels like manipulation in some way. Like, why isn't it moving even down? It's not moving down. It's not moving up. It's not doing anything. I'm very happy with my number. I'm not complaining. I just, that quizzical, that questioning part of me, it's a mystery. It's a puzzle. And I'm thinking, why does it never move? What? It's like time standing still. So maybe now is the time. Now maybe March is the open door. Maybe like that's the new time. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. That helps me so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, because I'm like, when it comes to that stuff. Anyway, that's the other thing is you might be learning yourself to do some of this stuff yourself, guys. Just like I said, learning some skills, improving your skills, whether they're technical or whether they're in business management. You're figuring out how to develop forms for your company. I don't know what it is, but I feel like you're learning some new in that. Also, the sun is represents the child a lot too, and this is the student as well, learning, but eagerly. You're just absorbing it like a friggin' sponge right now. Okay, you're loving it, and I think you're ripe for it too. I also too want to say that the sun reminds me of Aries, although I think it usually represents Leo, but it reminds me of Aries, and we're moving into the Aries time. The sun, that energy, that open door, that spring, the equinox, ready to shine, ready to shine. So I'm going to grab you an affirmation. Let's see what we have for you. Oh, this one's all folded up, folded up, folded up. This one's very nice. I give myself time and permission to heal. So, Sad, you're really usually in a big hurry to do everything. I mean, you're looking for like, give me the pills for that. I'll just take the pills. Like, you just want to do it quick. But this it might be something that you need to take time with. Take your time. Okay? To do some healing, give yourself, oh, I have two of those. So it's really doubly true. Oh my goodness. Hmm. Oh my god. Oh, you got that three times. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. And this goes along with this King of Swords and this confidence you're starting to feel in yourself. I am intelligent. And this is something that you may not have felt, because I felt like you have had doubt in the past. Okay. But you have both the Queen and the King of Swords. So this is definitely you're improving some sort of skill, you're gaining knowledge, information, and it's success at it. It's success at it, right? And then I choose to feel good. All right. And that's about that Ace of Cups, Emperor in reverse. You know, I'm going to feel good. I can't control what other people are doing, and I'm not going to. I don't care. I feel good, right? So that's good energy. Anyway, guys, I love you bunches. Have a really good day. Thanks for that heart, Sandy, very much. And I hope this reading has helped you. There's big changes coming for you, Sag, this month, and I think you're going to feel terrific by the end of March. Hmm. It's funny, kids, they're willing to help just about everybody else but their parents. Somehow we get on their nerves really easily by just suggesting things. I found with my son, if I suggest something, he almost cringes like I'm telling him. He hears it like I'm telling him what to do, but I'm not. I'm just trying to be a mom. It's hard not to be a mom, you know? And anyway, so you could try that. Try not suggesting things to him or asking him why he did something or didn't do it. Don't ask him to explain something. So you got to take that step back. And it's hard not to because it's an instant reaction to want to do it. Because, like, again, I said, you're the mother. You're just being a mother. But it's yeah, they want that support. They just want to hear the good things, not because the other things they're hearing as criticism. Now, that's just all my best guess. My intuitive thing is telling me that's it. It could be a lot more complicated than that, Molly. So I hope that helps. But I know with my son, as soon as I start asking why or making suggestions, why don't you do this? Or how about you do that? Mom, I already tried that. All right. So I try not to do that. I just say, huh. Excellent. You're welcome, and enjoy your time over there. How lucky. And take advantage of something cool like that. Some sort of teachings that are over there. That'd be so interesting. You're welcome, guys. Love you so much. Have a great day. I'm going off to have a great big walk in the graveyard, which I love to do. So